How are you? I hope that you are all doing great. And I want to make this video because this weekend I was listening to one of my favorite teachers of all time. Her name is Louise Hay, and she is someone who I discovered about 2.5 years ago on YouTube when I was embarking on my own self-empowerment and self-appreciation journey combined with my nutrition and exercise journey. And she has some incredible work that she produced over the years that has changed the lives of millions of people for the better. And I was listening to some of her affirmations this weekend for self-love and self-appreciation and for improving our health. And she was talking about how we sometimes manifest physical conditions or physical sickness or dis-ease because we actually hold a lot of emotions that are negatively charged, which create the sickness in our body. And specifically, she mentioned resentment, holding on to resentment. And whenever we hold on to resentment for anything in our life, it will accumulate in our physical body and then eventually manifest. And sometimes people consider that cancer is a manifestation of resentment built up over the years that's never been healed or expressed. And so one of the main things that she highlights is the need to forgive. And she's not the only one who has highlighted this idea. A lot of teachers and spiritual healers, they reinforce the idea that it's so important to forgive. And for some reason this weekend it very much resonated with me, because although I had thought there's no one really that I need to forgive at this point because a lot of things have already passed as water under the bridge, for some reason I sat down with my notebook and I thought of the only people in my life who till now I would feel like there was any ever painful experiences between us. And I wrote a letter of forgiveness for each one. And what came out of it was very surprising and unexpected for me, because whereas I thought there was nothing to say, I ended up having pages and pages worth of things that I chose to forgive the other person for. And what I realized is that I had put a lot of expectations on the other people and my expectations weren't met, and that's what created the pain. And so I just wrote my forgiveness letter and for 3 people, and it's extremely helpful, because even if you really don't feel any of that anger today, there's sometimes we carry things inside of us that we don't really let go, because we know that it hurt us one time before and our ego chooses to latch onto that instead of letting it go easily. It's just the way the ego works, I guess, and we can work to diminish its suffocating hold by doing something like this, like writing a letter of forgiveness to anyone in your life that you have ever felt that has hurt you or done something unfair or unjust towards you. And just, it's a great way to release your anger, release your resistance in a way that nobody else will really be hurt or nobody else will ever really know, because only you will have access to this letter. And it helps you to really be honest with yourself and to be very, very clear about what you want out of relationships, what you prefer, and who you really are. What at the heart of you are the things that really hurt you, that make you feel perhaps rejected or misunderstood or defenseless or insecure. And all of these things combined if you accumulate them over the years, they create resentment in our body, and that's where sometimes little, discomforts in the body appear, or sickness that we can't explain, ailments. That's why sometimes people over the years, they suddenly manifest a sickness, and apparently we don't know why, but maybe when you investigate deep down within their emotions, there's something that's happened to them many years ago that they never healed and treated properly with love and kindness, and then it just erupted in this way. So this is my tip for all of us from my own experience in this past weekend is, if there is anyone in your life that you want to forgive, that you feel you need to forgive, or if there's anything that you carry inside of your heart and soul that was a pain from the past, maybe it's your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend or your ex-husband or ex-wife, maybe it's a parent that mistreated you, maybe it's a friend that betrayed you, maybe it's a neighbor or a social contact who dishonored you, or who betrayed your trust. Anything, maybe it's a colleague that did something unjust towards you for no reason. Whatever it is, only you know what those things are. And so I invite you to explore this exercise of sitting down and writing forgiveness letters to each one of them, and to be very detailed about what you forgive them for, even if it sounds ridiculous. Like, I was making my letter for my ex-boyfriend, and I realized that I chose to forgive him for so many things that he did, that it's not like it was intentional, but it's just what ended up happening in the end that hurt me. So I think what ends up happening is that we can't really, there are circumstances in life that we can't control, and sometimes we just choose one person to blame. And for the purpose of this exercise, if it helps you to release anything from inside that you want to get out, then allow yourself the freedom and the liberty to do it, because no one's going to check on you. It's your right and your free will to choose the way that you want to forgive in this manner, since you're not expressing it to the person directly, face to face. So yeah, this is a very, very interesting tip, and it really helps to overcome and to let go of a lot of that old junk from inside. And once you do this, you may even cry, or you may feel very emotional in doing so. And this is a great sign, because it means that you are truly letting go and releasing that, letting it go, and this makes you free to be who you really are here and now, after all of your life experiences, true to yourself, and ready to be open to bigger and better and more beautiful, positive things for you. So this is a message I make with a lot of love, and for my own personal experience, so I'm sharing it with you. And yeah, if you try it out and it changes your whole perspective, you can let me know. And otherwise, I'm just sending you all lots of positive vibes and well-being for every single moment ahead. So you take care. Bye.